I'd like to begin by asking Shuichi a question, since this class trial was his idea. What exactly is the point of this class trial?
Yeah! Why are we having a class trial if no one died? Whoa! My voice was way louder than I expected. I might be on a roll today.
Hey! I'm no slouch at being a loudmouth either!
Me too.
Monodem's voice is super soft, though. Everyone cool with him getting blown up?
You said that the killing game would end if you exposed the truth at the class trial. So, you bastards, what is the purpose of this class
They're
trial?
really into this now, aren't they?
Oh, that's a good question.
But his voice was quiet.
Does force volume not matter at all?
The purpose of the class trial.
All right, I'll give you an answer. The reason I called for this trial is... That's it! I wish to retry a past case.
Nani?
A retrial?
For which case?
The first one, the murder of Rantaro Amami. I've found new evidence relevant to the case. In light of that evidence, I demand a retrial.
What's the point of a retrial? The result of the first class trial has already been settled.
Yeah!
What if our vote was wrong?
Wrong!
Monokuma said the blackened for that incident was Kaede.
Are you saying he was wrong?
What?
Mono Kid, your reactions are too extreme. It's making the rest of us look bad.
Oh shit! He's already got the detonator!
To test the validity of our vote, we're going to retry the entire case.
Oh, we're
If
starting from the
Monokuma was
start?
wrong, the validity of these trials would be in question. The entire killing game wouldn't make sense anymore.
I see. You think you can destroy the game by calling out my failure as the game master.
You shouldn't have a problem with this if you have nothing to hide, Monokuma.
So in the end, the first case has become the focal point yet again. What a twist! What an interesting twist! Okay,
So what is this new truth?
There are several. But before we go any further, I want to discuss Rantaro's talent.
Did you learn what his talent was?
Ultimate Survivor.
That's it! He was the ultimate survivor.
Ultimate survivor?
I saw it too. He said so in his video.
Rantaro became the ultimate survivor after surviving a past killing game. After his memory was wiped, he participated in the killing game once again.
So this wasn't Rantaro's first killing game?
Why did he participate in a second killing game?
I'm not sure yet. But after I learned that Rantaro was the ultimate survivor, I deduced his objective.
Rantaro's objective?
The reason he went to the library before he was killed, and why he knew about the hidden door.
Didn't he just happen to randomly notice the hidden door?
That's what I thought at the time, but it appears that assumption was false. There was an actual reason Rantaro knew about the door. That's it! Rantaro was given this monopad as a kind of survivor perk. It has a map of the entire academy including areas that had not yet been unlocked. Of course, that includes the hidden room.
To think Rantaro was given that as a survivor perk.
He found out about the hidden room with this map?
The monopad also contained a video Rantaro recorded for himself.
If the Mastermind ever needed a spare Monokuma, they would head to the hidden room.
The message was what inspired him to go to the library to investigate the hidden room.
The time limit is now in effect. If a murder does not occur by nighttime 2 days from now, then every student forced to participate in this killing game will die.
The Mastermind would have gone to that room to mass-produce Monokuma once time ran out. So, in order to figure out who the Mastermind was, Rantaro went to the hidden room at the back of the library just before time ran out.
That's right. Rantaro must have come to the same conclusion that Kaede and I did.
It sure is ironic that the ultimate survivor died because of Kaede's trap.
But if Rantaro had a clue like that, why didn't he come to us with it?
I assume because he didn't trust us. The killing game had just started, after all. What he said in his video message certainly didn't help either. He told himself to only share this information with people he could trust.
He didn't have any recollection of filming this message, right? That means he must have had trouble believing it as well.
It was probably confusing to him, too. That's why he didn't consult us.
You figure no one would listen to some guy who can't even remember his own talent, right?
He didn't know if he could trust that video, or trust us, or even trust himself. He must have been so lost. But with the time limit approaching, he decided to take a chance.
So he went to the library alone, without telling anyone.
And then he got killed by Kaede's trap.
The only people who knew about the hidden door at that time were Rantaro and I. I had Kaede with me, and I thought I could trust her. So I told her about the hidden room. That was the difference between me and Rantaro, I suppose. I had Kaede.
And Kaede's the one who killed him!
What a snake!
Hey, so what are you guys talking about? Is this something I forgot?
I don't know anything about what they're saying.
Is this something that transpired before we were born?
So what's your point? You know who Rantaro was and why he did what he did. But it's pointless now, isn't it?
No, it's not pointless. Now that we know this new information, if we look back at Rantaro's case, we can find a new truth that we missed at the time.
A new truth?
I don't really get it, but we just need to look at Rantaro's case again, right?
Then let's do it.
Yes, let's do this together.
My vast magical powers, I'll turn Monokuma into an omnibus. I don't really get that either, but I guess we're gonna republish Monokuma.
Alright, so what's this debate?
Rentaro went to the library just before Monokuma's time limit expired.
Using the information provided by the survivor perk, he made his way to the hidden door.
But before he could achieve that goal, he got hit in the head with a shot put ball and died.
Payday's fully automatic killing machine!
Fully automatic?
One in the library at the time of the murder was Rantaro.
Oh, so what was my first choice? Okay.
No, Rantaro was not the only one in the library at the time the murder occurred. This survivor perk monopad is proof of that.
Why would that monopad be evidence?
The monopad was given exclusively to Rantaro as his survivor perk, correct? But when we searched Rantaro's body, he didn't have it on his person. He only had his student handbook monopad. Which means that someone took this monopad from Rantaro after the murder.
That's very wrong!
Oh. Alright, Cubs.
Wow! That's what we've been saying!
What? Keep quiet, will you? I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
Really? I have no clue what anyone is talking about.
If we don't chime in soon, Pops is gonna push the detonator.
We better not let these fucking chumps run their mouths anymore!
A bloody monopad is disgusting! You should wash it right away!
That's not a real rebuttal!
Someone stole the survivor perk monopad? Where's the proof?
No way there's a bloody thief!
But remember, Rantaro brought the survivor perk monopad to the library. If it's missing now, that must mean someone stole it.
He brought that monopad to the library?
I think there's maybe
Damn it.
no way that's possible.
All he had on him was the student handbook monopad! He didn't bring the survivor perk with him!
You cannot assert it was stolen.
Yep, that's right!
He brought that monopad to the library?
I think there's maybe no way that's possible.
All he had on him was the student handbook monopad! He didn't bring the survivor perk with him!
There it is.
I'll cut through your words! No, there is no doubt Rantaro brought the survivor perk monopad to the library. The picture taken just before he died clearly shows him holding it.
That could be his student handbook monopad, bro, you fucking know!
No, it was definitely this same monopad. You see the way the blood is dried here? The outline of his fingers matches how he was holding it in the picture.
The size of the hand is just drastically different.
Oh, you're right!
Shortly after this photo was taken, Rantaro was struck in the head by the shot put ball. Do you think that's when this bloody outline on the monopad was formed?
I do. That's why the monopad Rantaro is holding in this picture has to be the same monopad we have now.
What?
Come on, no overreacting! It makes us look like we're not paying attention!
Scream all you want! Monosuke's the one that's gonna get blown up!
Ah! Monokid!
Already?
I was so upset my cute cubs lost that my finger slipped. But those were some pretty fireworks. Even in death, my kid's a real cutie. I hear lions push their cubs into bottomless ravines to kill them.
They don't kill them.
So there was a thief, huh? I can't believe someone would do something so evil.
So who took the monopad? Do you know anything else?
Do we know anything about the person who took Rantaro's monopad? Hey, Texi? Damn it. Ooh. Oh, come on. Which monopad was taken away? Survivor pad. Are you serious? Where was the monopad taken to? The hidden room. Are you joking? Oh boy. Oh. Who can enter the hidden room? Thinking time. Perfect.
It connects.
The one who took that monopad is the mastermind. I'm sure of it.
The mastermind?
The Survivor Perk monopad was found in the library's hidden room. And only the mastermind would have been able to enter that room, correct?
Between the time Rantaro died and when we found him, they put that monopad in the hidden room?
Nope, that's impossible!
Impossible? Why?
Huh? You don't know? Why, even my cute little cubs have already figured it out.
Huh? We have?
Yeah, so I'll let Monotaro explain.
Huh? I've already forgotten what we're even talking about.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, he's gonna push it! It's gonna be Monokid all over again!
The mastermind is not in any of the photos taken in the library. Why is that?
Huh?
Oh, that's true. In order to get to the hidden room, you need to move the bookcase, right? But Shuichi and Kaede set up those hidden cameras, so... if the mastermind was using that door, they would have been caught on camera. But none of the pictures showed anyone like that.
Then, that reasoning is wrong.
Amazing, Monodon! Well done!
Hold on. The hidden cameras in the library had interval timers. Perhaps the mastermind worked within that 30-second interval?
I see. So the mastermind hid in the hidden room, waited for the right timing, grabbed the monopad from the library, and then returned to the hidden room.
Hold on! There's a flaw in your logic.
What? What flaw?
Huh? Don't ask me! The Mono Cubs are gonna explain it!
He's really putting a lot of pressure on them.
What? Again?
Reject your logic without explaining why! That's the Monokuma debate style! Take it from here, Mono Cubs! And you better use your brains or I'll kill ya!
I gotta debate against them.
What are we...
Why did not that not go through? Yeah, I had a feeling we'd have to... Monodam would pretty much do everything for them.
If they were still inside the hidden room, how would they know what was happening?
There it is. Yep.
That's wrong! The mastermind saw what was happening in the library. They had surveillance cameras.
Surveillance cameras.
Oh, what a shocker.
Where would something like that be?
You don't know? Even though they're monocubs just like you?
Monocubs?
I mean these.
So cute and tiny!
Aren't they? They're your siblings, too!
That's a big reveal to drop so casually.
These little guys are called Nanokumas. Their job is to monitor the campus.
How do you know that?
Oh, Father told me. He said to make sure I told everyone. I had completely forgotten about it. Good thing I just remembered.
Dumbass! You remembered too late!
There are countless nanokumas buzzing all over the campus. All the footage they record is wirelessly transmitted through Mother Kuma, and then sent to Monokuma.
Yes, via Mother Kuma. That's an important point. If Mother Kuma receives the camera feeds, the mastermind could ask it anything. They would know about the situation in the library and the hidden room.
I see. Mother Kuma can tell them the interval timers for the cameras.
Then the mastermind was in the hidden room after they stole the monopad from Rantaro.
But why would they steal the monopad?
The mastermind was probably terrified by the idea of us picking up Rantaro's perk.
No, that's wrong!
Nani?
I wasn't necessarily afraid. The survivor perk was for Rantaro's eyes only. Sure, he could have shared the info with you, but that's not the same as getting the info directly from the monopad. Because then, you can't say it was a survivor perk for Rantaro's eyes only, right? So when he died, I took it back. That's all.
I don't know about that.
How do you figure?
You look calm now, but at the time, you must have been pretty desperate. The monopad clearly stated that there was a mastermind in the academy. If we knew then that a mastermind was behind everything, we would have worked together. But you couldn't let that happen. You needed us to go after each other.
Either way, you admit the mastermind stole the monopad, right?
Well, yes, but only reluctantly.
Then the mastermind messed up. If they wanted to retrieve the monopad, they should have used Monokuma to do it.
Nope, that's impossible. The rules state I can't participate in a murder, which includes tampering with the crime scene.
If you're so strict about following the rules, does that mean that someone is watching? If that's the case...
Still, what a waste of a survivor perk!
Denied.
If only he lived a little longer, then this info would have made things interesting.
Stop changing the subject!
If I ruin this killing game by proving that it doesn't follow its own rules, I should be able to end the whole thing.
But the point of this class trial is to discuss Rantaro's case, right? The mastermind stealing his survivor perk shouldn't affect it whatsoever. In the end, Kaede killed him. There's no shaking off that truth.
Yeah!
One truth prevails!
No, that's not the truth. I'm certain of that. It's a lie that you made up.
Me? Why?
That's right. Kaede wasn't the one who killed Rantaro. The true culprit is... That's it!
That's it!
The mastermind controlling Monokuma. They're the one who killed Rantaro.
The mastermind is the culprit?
Jeez, and you call yourself the ultimate detective? Trying to overturn the results of the first class trial. The Mono Cubs won't be silent about this!
What? Us again?
But we said we don't know!
If Rantaro's killer is the mastermind, that means Kaede was the mastermind!
Can you prove the mastermind is the culprit?
Yeah! Got any evidence?
You want evidence Kaede is the culprit? The shot put ball at the murder scene. She used the camera flash to lure Rantaro in, and then cracked his skull with a shot put ball.
Uh-huh.
Yep, Kaede set up the whole thing. Even the lethal shot put ball. Kaede had it all along.
That's wrong!
That's wrong.
The most important fact we discovered during the investigation is this.
Who do I think killed Rantaro? Honestly, I don't really have any ideas in mind right now.
The shot put ball that Rantaro was killed with was different than the one Kaede had.
What'd you say? I have no idea what's going on!
A different shot put ball? What do you mean?
I found a shot put ball in the trash can in the hidden room. But it was not the murder weapon. That shot put ball didn't have any blood on it. Rather, there was a pink fiber stuck to that shot.
Pink fiber? So what?
Do you remember how Kaede was carrying the shot put ball?
I see. She had it in her backpack.
It was wrapped in her spare vest. Her pink vest.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's why I had to take a double take on her profile, because I had to double check what her color of her vest was.
I see. The shot put ball you found in the hidden room had a pink fiber on it.
Yes, it's a fiber from her vest. That can only mean that the ball I found was the one that was in Kaede's backpack.
What'd you say? Really? I got no idea what you're talking about.
That shot put ball did not have blood on it, so it could not have been the murder weapon. In short, the shot that Kaede used didn't hit Rantaro.
Maybe they just washed off the blood.
If so, the fiber on the shot put ball would have been washed off as well. It's clear to me that the real murder weapon is different than the shot Kaede had. Yes, Kaede set up the bookcase and rolled the shot into the vent. But that shot didn't hit Rantaro. Her plan failed.
Failed? I don't even know what that means.
If you found that shot put ball in the hidden room, then that means...
That's it! The mastermind took it from the library. Only they could get in that room after all.
The mastermind took it?
So they recovered the shot that missed Rantaro, and he was killed by a different one.
Rantaro was killed by the mastermind, who made it look like Kaede was the culprit.
So Kaede just died for nothing.
That required a bit of trickery on the mastermind's part. They prepared their own shot to kill Rantaro and switched it with Kaede's shot. They took Kaede's shot put ball and stowed it in the hidden room. To put it simply, Kaede didn't kill Rantaro. It was the...
What?
Did you?
What is this groundbreaking discovery?
Everyone calm down. Father is going to yell.
Oh, I didn't think they would get rid of him.
Monodum, why?
He was actually the most useful of them.
Whoops! I got too worked up and accidentally pressed the detonator.
The mastermind killed Rantaro? But why?
I believe the reason had something to do with a time limit motive. Kaede was keeping us all together, and we refused to kill each other. To break up the stalemate, the mastermind introduced that motive. However, this was a gamble. They didn't want to cause total chaos after all.
Because that would just end everything. They wanted an exciting killing game.
That motive put pressure on the mastermind, as well as us.
Yes, Kaede had a plan to kill the mastermind, but Rantaro was caught in the trap. However, her plan ultimately failed. The shot put ball that she rolled didn't hit Rantaro.
Because it missed, we would have been annihilated due to the time limit. But the Mastermind wanted to avoid that situation, so they took action.
Thanks to the Nanokumas, the Mastermind would have known Kaede's intended murder weapon. So when her plan failed, they would already have another shot put ball prepared.
Then, the Mastermind manipulated the scene to make it look like Kaede succeeded. All they had to do was hide Kaede's shot in the hidden room that only they could enter.
So, Kaede was executed on false charges?
Basically.
Yes. Yes, she was. She didn't actually kill anyone.
That sucks.
But
He
she
died
was
for
executed
nothing.
nonetheless. Because the Mastermind framed her for Rantaro's murder.
Yeah, that makes your death even more sad. Died for nothing.
And Monokuma played along. He let us believe the Mastermind's lie. We were all fooled, including Kaede. We thought she was the culprit until the very end. And you want to tell us this game is fair? That there are rules? That's all bullshit! This game makes no sense at all.
If Monokuma twisted the truth for this case, then he could have twisted it for the other cases as well, making this killing game unfair.
Then, it's not even a killing game anymore. It's just killing.
I won't forgive them.
Oh, look at that determined face.
I'll never forgive them for breaking the rules and killing Kaede. So cruel. I'll never forgive them. And I will avenge Kaede.
We will avenge them.
I swear on her kindness and her love and her grave that I will avenge her.
Oh, on her love. So cute.
Yeah! How dare the Mastermind create the detonator that blew up the adorable Monodum?
You're the one that blew him up. Don't pass the buck.
Anyway, we know the Mastermind is also Rantaro's killer. Let's figure out who that is.
That is, if Monokuma still wants to continue this class trial.
Of course we're gonna keep going. Like I said, this killing game will never end.
No, Monokuma. I will end this. I will reveal the identity of the Mastermind and end the killing game.
May I interject? You keep accusing this so-called mastermind, but... Are you sure there's even a mastermind at all?
Are you sure you bastards aren't imagining it? If the Mastermind is real, show him to us.
You guys are the ones hiding them.
It's possible the Mastermind is still in this academy. The survivor perk said so.
If they were involved in Rantaro's murder, there's no doubt.
Then they must have snuck in during the Gopher Project and stayed hidden in the account.
You just odd. What was that all about?
I just realized something.
Say it, or I'll cast my all the guys you date will be single fathers curse.
It's Kaede's younger twin sister.
Nani?
Younger twin sister?
It was on this Gopher Project participant list. She has a twin sister. It seemed sort of weird to me. Junko and Oshima had a twin too, right?
Are you saying those same circumstances apply here as well?
This killing game was influenced a lot by the past one, right? So maybe the Mastermind's real identity was too.
Maybe. I guess that's a possibility.
If those circumstances are the same, that'd be pretty insane.
Either way, there's no doubt that the Mastermind is hiding somewhere in this school.
How unfortunate that you couldn't find them during your final investigation. You're not allowed to leave while the trial's in session, so you can't search for them now.
You can't leave during a trial unless you gotta pee.
Oh, I gotta pee. We're not falling for that one.
Kaede's twin sister? Is the Mastermind still hiding somewhere? Is she really the Mastermind? Is it that simple?
guys figure out the identity.
15 of us. 17th person, too. That 17th person is the mastermind.
Oh.
That's wrong!
There you go. Yeah,
No,
that was
the
that's probably the third
mastermind
option.
can't be a 17th person. That contradicts what Mother Kuma said.
There you go. That took way longer than I wanted it to.
It implies that the mastermind wasn't in the hidden room the whole time. They must have been coming and going between the room and the academy, right? Would someone who has to stay completely hidden really risk that?
Right. If they were trying to hide, they would have just stayed put.
I see. That's some impressive logic.
Don't agree with him!
And during the investigation, I found a classroom that makes flashback lights.
A classroom that makes flashback lights?
I'll explain the details later. But there was something interesting.
Classroom changed back to normal?
When the door is opened,
When
the
the door is
classroom
opened,
reverts to its
classroom-
original state. Clearly, the room is hiding something.
Isn't it obvious? The masterminds didn't want anyone to see them making flashback lights.
But why create such a classroom at all? If the mastermind were a 17th person, they could have their own completely separate room to make flashback lights.
Indeed, that would be much safer.
Knowing this, we can make a few assumptions about the mastermind's identity. However, the implications aren't good.
What an ominous way to say it. But there's nothing to worry about. We got in this together no matter what. There's nothing to fear.
Yeah, she's right.
That's it! The mastermind is most likely one of the participants of this killing game.
One of the participants?
One of the 16 people who were forced to play this game. One of us.
What did you say?
The classroom that makes flashback lights and a hidden room being visited often. It all suggests that the mastermind is someone we'd see every day at the academy.
Someone we'd see every day. Like one of the 16 students?
That's crazy! There's no way one of us is the mastermind! Because we're all friends! We swore to fight together!
Then it just means that all your friendship talk was a lie, right?
Shut up! That's not possible!
You're upset and irrational. At times like this, a voice of reason is necessary. Absolutely necessary!
Got it. We're up.
All right. We're gonna put on a reasonable yet outstanding show and earn our right to live.
Our right to live? Is someone about to die? Is that what's going on?
Whatever! I don't believe you! There's no way the mastermind's here!
Wait. Even if it's one of the 16 students, it doesn't mean it's one of us, does it?
Huh? What do you mean?
It's possible that the mastermind merely faked their death and has been alive this whole time.
Could be.
Now that we know Monokuma will break rules as he sees fit, that possibility should be...
What's that supposed to mean? Hurry up and answer! Hurry up. I'm gonna blow up the rest of the Mono Cubs!
Hurry up and answer!
The identity of the mastermind we'll know for sure once we determine who killed Rantaro. I need to confirm something to find out who that is.
That's it! We need to go over everyone's alibi for Rantaro's murder again.
Our alibis from way back then?
Didn't we discuss that during the first trial? What good would it do to discuss it again?
Now that we know Rantaro was killed by the Mastermind, it might lead somewhere. We might find a hole in someone's alibi that we didn't see at the time.
So we just have to give our alibis again.
Fine. Then let's do it. So we can be sure that the Mastermind's not one of us.
I wonder where this discussion will lead. Will it lead to a mastermind in this very room? Or not? Either way, we're gonna make sure this trial stays exciting!
I was in the game room in the basement. With Kaito and Gonta and Maki. Also, Tenko and Angie were there too.
Even if I was in the same basement, it's impossible for me to have killed Rantaro.
Hey! I didn't kill Rantaro either!
I was in my room by myself. And so were Ryoma and Kokichi too. I know that is a poor alibi, but I did not kill Rantaro.
I was in the dining hall. Kyo, Miu, and Kirumi were with me. Though I did leave briefly to use the bathroom. I couldn't have killed me.
That's wrong! Wait a minute, Tsumugi.
Huh?
You said you went to the bathroom. The girls' bathroom near the dining hall, right?
What did you say? That bathroom?
Huh? What? What about it?
Shuichi, didn't you investigate the girls' bathroom? Did you find anything?
The utility closet in that bathroom has a hidden passageway. One that's connected to the hidden room in the back of the library. Which means it's possible to get into the hidden room from that bathroom.
What?
Exposed.
Around the time Rantaro was killed, Tsumugi went to that exact bathroom. I'm positive that when Rantaro was killed, the culprit was in the hidden room. It's too convenient to be coincidence.
Hold on. This is all so sudden, I don't think I understand.
But maybe they got there from the hidden door in the library instead.
No, I don't think so. Remember that I had placed dust in the card reader in the library. I was trying to determine if the hidden door was opened with a card reader. But the dust didn't fall. That means nobody used that card reader.
So, to enter the hidden room, they would need to use a different route, the girls' bathroom.
Yes, I believe that's the case. The culprit entered the hidden room from the girls' bathroom on the first floor. And with the help of Mother Kuma, watched the situation in the library unfold. As soon as they saw that Kaede's plan failed, they waited for the camera interval and leaped out of the hidden room, shot-put ball in hand. The hidden door could open from the inside, so there was no need to use the card reader. In any case, the culprit attacked Rantaro with a shot-put ball, left it in the library, picked up the shot that Kaede had used, and returned to the hidden room.
And they also took the survivor perk monopad that Rantaro had, right?
Yes, then they left the monopad and the shot in the hidden room, headed into the passageway, and returned to the girls' bathroom.
Are you saying the one who did it was Tsumugi?
No, it has to be some kind of mistake. Up till now, everything pointed to the mastermind not being one of us.
Is Tsumugi even capable of doing all this? He's just a cosplayer, you know.
Yeah, all this would be impossible for just some cosplayer.
Sure.
But you said that you went to that bathroom during Rantaro's murder. How can you possibly refute that fact?
Refute? It's all just a coincidence. Oh, Kibo and Ryoma didn't have alibis. What if they went to the girls' bathroom?
Did you see one of them in the girls' bathroom?
What?
If one of them had gone into that bathroom, you would have seen each other, right? But you never mentioned that.
That's...
Smoothie, what's the meaning of this?
Exposed.
Can this really be true?
Smoogie, is this true?
No, it's not! I really only went to use the bathroom. I didn't know about the hidden passage.
Look lively, Mono Cubs! You're up! Move your asses!
That's very wrong!
Baiting.
Father's never yelled at me like that before.
If we don't do well here, we're all gonna get blown up together.
I still want to live longer! I want to see the next chapter! So please, let us win!
What?
Please, please let us win! We don't want to die! We don't want to die!
We're like snowflakes! We're one of a kind!
I don't know what Four Eyes is talking about. Bad guys never wear glasses.
Anyway, just cut it out! We don't want to die!
Monokuma and the Mastermind are the bad guys here. You don't want to die? Do you know how many of my friends were sacrificed?
Please, help us!
Is Four Eyes over there really the mastermind? We don't know anything.
I don't wanna explode!
Even if she is the culprit,
Hey, let's just stop this!
there's no evidence that she's the mastermind!
There you go.
I'll cut through your words. Before being destroyed, Mother Kuma told us something.
I have a built-in voice print authentication system. I can't birth Monokumas unless the designated person specifically says the word birth.
That individual is, of course, the Mastermind.
When the mastermind commands Mother Kuma to give birth, it makes a spare.
We all tried it out.
But Kiba wasn't there, was he?
Right, because I was fighting the Exosols.
Did you hear that? Kiba didn't try giving Mother Kuma a command. So the real mastermind is...
But you weren't there.
Tsurugi was the only one who didn't say give birth.
Huh?
Everyone else said give birth. Tsumugi specifically used a different phrase. You didn't say give birth. You said make. You knew how to get Mother Kuma to create a spare, didn't you? That's why you specifically said make. If you had said give birth, Mother Kuma would have made a spare. Am I right, Tsumugi?
Hey, come on. What's wrong? Don't be like that, Shuichi. Do you really think I'm the mastermind? There's just no way. Hey, everyone, say something. I'm not the mastermind. That's crazy, right?
Then refute it. We're waiting.
Huh?
I don't want to believe it either. That one of our friends, the survivors, could do this. That's why I'm begging, Tsumugi. I'm begging you to refute me. I might be wrong. I was wrong before. About Kaede. That's why I need everyone's help. I don't care if my detective work is wrong. I want to hear your argument. Reaching the truth together is what cooperation means to me.
Tsumugi, please.
Tsumugi, please!
What's the matter? You can't argue back after hearing that.
Whoa, hold on. I don't know what's going on right now, but just hold on a sec.
Oh, Monosuke's infamous impatience rears its ugly head.
And what an ugly head it is!
I don't think friends should blame each other like this, you know? Come on, smile, everyone. I know, we could watch a comedy special so we could all smile.
Boom. Bye.
Jeez, you're noisy.
Ah, Monosuke! Father, why? You loved Monosuke so much.
Oh yeah, right. But we're at the good part now. So be quiet and watch like good little cubs.
Father?
See? It's getting exciting. Shuichi is trying to reveal the mastermind, trying to overcome despair. It's so heart-pounding!
We have the mastermind cornered, so why is Monokuma so calm? He should be feeling cornered as well. Get it, we're on the defensive here. If we make the mastermind's identity clear, all this will be settled.
It has to be you! Mastermind of this killing game. And the culprit who killed Rantaro. It's you, Tsumugi. There are no other possibilities. You don't have anything to say?
Anything to say? Even if you keep saying all that stuff, I still don't get it. Hey, let's stop this already. You're mistaken. Because we're all friends, right? Weren't we going to work together to end this killing game?
This is a class trial. Although we were forced into these class trials by the mastermind, that's how we survived. It was the only way. It was the only way we could survive. So please, Tsumugi, refute the evidence. Say something. Your life depends on it. Please.
Tsumugi, I don't want to suspect you. I want to believe in you. I want the mastermind to be somewhere else, like in the previous killing games. If you're really not the mastermind, then don't give up. I'll cheer you on.
Even if you say that...
Tsumugi is taking her sweet time, but waiting around is so boring. Hey, Shuichi! Why don't we look over the case again?
What?
Come on, that's like your thing. Present the truth and end this. Because there are people who don't know what the heck is going on until we get to this part. Now then, let's start.
Oh, we're doing this again? Oh, cool. So, people in the dining hall. This goes. Oh, it's this one. There you go. Right above Rantaro's head, right there. And the last two. This should go over here. go. Last
This
thing on the
is
last
the
page.
truth of the case. With this new evidence, let's look back at Rantaro's murder. The night of the incident, Kaede and I were in the first floor classroom.
Which protagonist do I like most out of the 4 games?
We were waiting for
I don't
the
know. I'll have to
mastermind
think about
trigger
that a little bit
the
more
set in the
until
library.
I'll have to think about that a little bit more. I'll give you an answer probably once I conclude the game.
Around that time, there were 4 people in the dining hall, including the mastermind. The mastermind was probably irritated that no murders had yet occurred. After the motive was given, they knew that Kaede was planning something. But the mastermind wanted some insurance. They would take action if necessary. The mastermind excused themselves from the dining hall and went to the bathroom. And from there, to the hidden room in the library that only the mastermind could enter. And there they waited. With less than an hour before the time limit expired, Rantaro moved the library's bookcase, which set off the receiver I was holding. It all happened the way we determined in the first trial, except at the end. I ran out of the room, and Kaede rolled the shot put ball into the air vent. At the same time, Rantaro was lured by the flash of the hidden camera Kaede set. He unwittingly stepped right into the path of the shot.
Would
The shot rolled down the path.
Junko be counted as a protagonist, or would we be classifying her under the antagonist role? That would probably be part of my decision as well.
Fell right onto Rantaro's head. It turns out that was just what the mastermind wanted us to believe. In reality, Kaede's murder plan happened quite differently.
Okay, so I'll leave her out.
The shot
So I'll think about that a little bit
Kaede
more.
didn't actually hit Rantaro. He must have been surprised seeing the shot put ball drop out of nowhere like that. But his fate was sealed. The mastermind saw that Kaede's plan failed and stepped in to finish the job. The mastermind jumped out of the hidden room and attacked Rantaro from behind. And in their hand, the real murder weapon, their own shot put ball. Rantaro wasn't killed by Kaede's shot, but by the masterminds. The mastermind picked up Kaede's shot and left their shot put ball at the scene. They also looted the survivor perk monopad from Rantaro's body. Those things in hand, they retreated back into the hidden room. I remember seeing the bookcase closing just as Kaede and I got there. The mastermind had probably just finished their crime. And so, the real truth was perfectly hidden from us. We went to the class trial, and reached the truth that Kaede was the culprit. But that truth had been twisted by the mastermind. After the murder, the mastermind left the stolen monopad on the table in the hidden room. And threw Kaede's shot put ball into the trash can. A little careless of them to not get rid of all the evidence. They probably believed no one would ever get into that room, but we did. Their crime complete, the mastermind went back through the hidden passageway. The passageway led from the hidden room all the way to the girls' bathroom on the first floor. While the mastermind was pretending to use the girls' bathroom, they were actually using the hidden passageway. That's how they moved around without being noticed. Anyone could have used the hidden passageway, not just the people in the dining hall.
I'm surprised no one... It occurred to no one to look there and touch the wall. Whatever.
But looking at the survivors, only you could possibly be the mastermind. If I'm wrong, please, refute me.
Tsumugi.
Please tell us you aren't the mastermind. Tsumugi Shirogane, the ultimate cosplayer. That's the truth of this case, of the killing game itself. Well, Tsumugi?
Well, what?
Yes! What a scorching
I would have never
twist.
imagined her, of all people, to be the mastermind. I equated her role to be similar to Hero from the first game. Absolutely useless. Nothing of contribution to the entire thing, basically.
Don't get tense! Calm down!
Daddy! Please stop this! Go back to how you used to be! When you loved us so much!
How I used to be was more suited to a different story than this one.
Huh?
Basically, your story doesn't matter. I gotta watch this exciting development!
Well, Tsumugi, are there any flaws in Shuichi's logic? If so, then please tell us.
Flaws? There's a bunch of flaws all over it!
Then explain.
You can do it! You can do... Even if you cheer me on. It's not like that. I didn't do it. It's plain to see.
Fight back, Tsumugi! Come on! You can do it! You can do it!
Daddy, you're tensing up again.
I still want to live, so please don't push the button!
Tsumugi, please just say something. If you don't defend yourself...
It's Junko Enoshima!
What?
'Cause it's always been her. In the Hope's Peak killing game, and in the Jabberwock Island killing game.
But how does she know about the Jabberwock Island killing game? We never mentioned that to her. We never
Junko
talked about
Enoshima
that.
didn't participate. She controlled the game from outside. Even if it's boring or repetitive, she's always the mastermind, isn't she? Then it's like that this time, too. It's gotta be Junko again.
Junko Enoshima is dead. She's not part of this killing game.
Or is she?
You're wrong. She hasn't been eliminated. It's all Junko's doing. This killing game is her doing, too. Yeah, that's gotta be it. 'Cause Junko Enoshima is...
Junko Enoshima is...
'Cause Junko Enoshima is...
Junko Enoshima is...
Junko Enoshima is...
get so excited! You pressed the button by accident!
Suspense is killing me.
Look at our cute faces! Can you really bear to be without us?
Junko Enoshima is...
Okay, so if she turns out to be, if she like straight up turns into Junko Enoshima, I'm gonna flip some shit.
Junko Enoshima is what? Okay, time for a commercial break.
No, it isn't!
See? We're a good comedy group too! So please don't...
Oh.
Cause Junko Enoshima is...
Right the fuck here!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
What the fuck? Fucking Jesus, man. There she is.
Even if nobody was waiting. Even if it makes you go, what? Again?
She looks a lot more mature now.
The Diva of Despair takes the stage once more. Junko Enoshima, the 53rd.
Dude. Oh man, I freaking called it. Oh my god. Once I thought about it some more, once, you know, we started to pin it on Tsumugi, I immediately thought in my head, what if Junko is just cosplaying as her? Or vice versa, whatever or not. And turns out that's true. Jesus, man. Fuck. Mind-blowing. It was her the entire time. But I like her sprite though, I'm not gonna lie. She looks a lot more mature.
Junko Enoshima, the 53rd?
Tsumugi, what's the matter? Aren't you Tsumugi Shirogane? Our friend who survived with us?
It was just an act. Sorry to tell you, Himiko.
Sorry about that. You can go ahead and forget about Tsumugi Shirogane.
Cause I'm just a character. You know, a lie.
Sorry to all her fans out there. If any of you even exist, that is.
A lie?
Tsumugi Shirogane was nothing more than a cover for
I
me.
fucking
The mastermind.
knew it! Oh.
Calling her your friend? Ugh, it's laughable, really.
Oh my god.
Really, I'm gonna laugh.
I still can't get over how crazy this is.
Are you serious? You're the mastermind behind this?
But why? That face and that voice.
Junko Enoshima!
I know, right? Oh, does it make you fall into despair? Well, does it?
No, that's not possible. Junko Enoshima is dead.
But why did you call yourself the 53rd? As history repeats itself,
So does Junko Enoshima. As you can see, I am a perfect reproduction of Junko Enoshima. So, you're just a freak pretending to be Junko Enoshima, huh?
no, a perfect reproduction. Perfect reproductions are exactly the same as the original.
Her logic is impossible to follow, much like the real Junko Enoshima's.
Whatever it is, you're the actual mastermind of this killing game, right? So if we kill you, then that'll be the end, correct?
Say mean things like that. Besides, killing me never ends the game.
It never ends the game? What do you mean?
She's bluffing. Let's just kill her and get it over with.
I'm just kind of speechless right now, honestly. I'm trying to say something, but nothing's coming out of my mouth.
Until after we see what she.
No need, Kibo, because this class trial is over.
What? It's already over? Oh.
You killed Kaede, and Monokuma covered it up with a false narrative. The class trials are rigged, and this whole game is illegitimate.
Oh, that. Right.
Yeah,
definitely
I know
messed
you
that
mentioned
Sorry about that.
yesterday, basically this trial would flip my whole thinking on the series. So I'm expecting something a lot more crazy to happen.
So? Is that all you have to say?
The viewers won't accept that kind of apology. You gotta stop the killing game!
Huh? The viewers?
It seems like you're on the wrong track, so let me explain.
Okay, so first, I'll start with the event that inspired me to plan this killing game.
Alright, tell us.
That was about the time the meteorite impact started intensifying.
Did she just start some big story on her own?
I knew of Hope's Peak Academy's Gopher Project, and my inner Junko told me.
Crushing the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope, would be the perfect despair.
That's when I took over the killing game I devised. I forced those selected as humanity's last hope to play my killing game.
And then I took the name Tsumugi Shirogane and sneaked in among them.
Did Kokichi know about this? Wasn't he a remnant of despair? He was your comrade, right?
Comrade? Junko Enoshima doesn't have comrades.
It's like, you don't need a remote after you've thrown out the TV, right?
The remnants of despair are just a bunch of despair fanboys and fangirls. But I am despair itself. I am a god of despair. Kokichi was just one of my believers.
A god wouldn't be comrades with one of their believers, right?
Then Kokichi didn't know your true identity either.
What a hopeless existence he led. To the end, he had no idea the object of his worship was right under his nose.
I don't care about your story. Tell us about the people watching. Who's this killing game being shown to? Where are the survivors of humanity?
There's nobody watching.
Huh?
We were the last 16 people alive, you know. Who could be watching? Humanity is gone.
No, you're lying. If this isn't being shown to anyone, why care so much about rules? You're the one who keeps talking about making the game interesting. For whom?
That was just a part of my perfect reproduction.
Your what?
I just perfectly reproduced my own killing game is all. Just like the old Junko. The original was meant to be shown, so that's how I made mine.
I just really like this sprite in particular. Just how that laugh is looks so maniacal. I really like that one.
You just wanted to recreate the past killing game. That's it?
Yep, that's it. There are no survivors of humanity. Things are just as you recall. That is the truth of the Ultimate Academy killing game!
No, that's wrong!
Oh dear! I am so surprised!
Maybe we all remember that there's no one left out there. But how do we know our memories are real?
What do you mean by that? You think your memories are wrong?
there's something that's been bothering me about our memories. Here, look at this book.
The complete history of Hope's Peak Academy?
This book contains years of research about Hope's Peak Academy. Nothing would indicate this book is a prop. I believe the information here is accurate. But there's a lot written in here that differs from our memories.
What is different?
To know that for certain, I'll need everyone's help. I want you all to tell me everything that you remember about Hope's Peak Academy.
We just need to talk about what we remember from Hope's Peak?
So it started with the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That event originated at Hope's Peak Academy, inspiring wars and terrorism around the world. It would not be hyperbole to say that event brought despair to all mankind.
And it was all caused by a single high school girl.
Yeah, it was me! Junko Enoshima enrolled in Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate fashionista. But my real identity was the ultimate despair. In order to cover the world in despair, I put my plans...
Wait a minute. Something doesn't add up here.
Huh? I detect no discrepancy in my memory banks.
Yes. Everything we just said is just like we remember it. But it doesn't match what's written in the history of Hope's Peak Academy.
So you gotta play Spot the Difference! Point out what everyone is mistaken about in their memories of Hope's Peak Academy. All right, time to play some Danganronpa trivia!
Okay.
The biggest, most awful,
Yeah,
most
it's that
tragic...
statement. Just had to make sure there wasn't anything else.
Inspiring war and terrorism.
Anything else I could have done.
The cause of all that despair was just a single high school girl.
That's wrong! One high school girl started the tragedy, the ultimate despair. Junko Enoshima. At least that's what I remember. But that's not what this book says. Ultimate despair doesn't just refer to Junko Enoshima. It refers to a group and a movement that came after. To put it simply, there's more to ultimate despair than Junko Enoshima.
This is the first time I've heard about this. Wasn't Junko the ultimate despair?
That's what I recall as well. That label should only apply to her.
Coincidences sure are scary. Everyone misremembered the same thing.
Coincidence? Misremembered?
And that's not all. There are other discrepancies I'd like to point out.
Ugh, does it even matter? I'm bored already.
Just shut up.
So, let's continue where we left off. Junko resorted to different tactics to cover the world with despair. The killing game between the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy, for example.
They were locked up and forced into the killing game by the ultimate despair.
But boo-hoo. When I, the one who started it all, died, events were set in motion.
And the world began to move towards restoration.
Then the fight between the Future Foundation and the remnants of despair raged on! But the worst-case scenario was avoided! Yay! A happy ending.
There are more points that conflict with this story. I'll point those out next.
the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history happened. Because Junko had prepared countless ways of spreading despair.
Like the killing game of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy.
They were
Correct.
held prisoner by the ultimate despair
Correct?
and forced into the killing game.
Oh, I have some bad news about that. The events that my death set in motion are only now reaching their climax.
So the remnants of despair and the Future Foundation are still fighting. But for now, we've avoided the worst of it.
Wait. I think.
The 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy.
They were held prisoner by the ultimate.
Yep. I misinterpreted it the first time. They were being held captive by the headmaster, and then Junko broke in.
It wasn't the ultimate despair that trapped the 78th class in Hope's Peak Academy. It was the class themselves. They shut themselves in.
Shut themselves in?
Why would they shut themselves in?
It has to do with the Hope's Peak Academy shelter project. During the tragedy, the 78th class trapped themselves inside Hope's Peak Academy.
For
For
protection.
memory of the 78th class being trapped by the ultimate despair.
Are you saying our memories are wrong?
It just means those documents were written all half-assed. There's no need to worry about it. Your memories are all correct.
What you've been saying isn't consistent. First you said it was just coincidence.
Huh. Is that so?
Let's just move on. I want to talk about one more thing from our memories. It's about the rebuilt Hope's Peak Academy that we were attending.
What about Hope's Peak Academy?
There's no doubt that the 16 of us were students at Hope's Peak Academy. We heard it had been rebuilt and was accepting applications for talented students again. And so, we gathered at the brand new Hope's Peak Academy.
Since Hope's Peak Academy was large, we were all in separate classes. But there's no doubt we were students of the new school.
Hope's Peak Academy was rebuilt. That recruitment of talented students resumed.
Yeah, it's the first
That's
one.
wrong! We remember Hope's Peak Academy taking applications from talented students. But that's not what's written here. The Academy did not take applications. All of their students were scouted.
Scouted? I've never heard that.
I wasn't scouted. I applied to Hope's Peak Academy on my own.
Me too. I chose to come to Hope's Peak. At least, that's what I remember.
Are you saying we're remembering it wrong?
But what if this book's just wrong? Researchers make mistakes too.
And I think this is where we have to refute an argument with the flashback light maker that I found in the classroom.
Maybe so, but I'm not getting all this from just
If we have to
the book.
debate against something.
There is other evidence as well.
Other what?
The killing game we're in now is one that began with Hope's Peak Academy. So this is the third game after Hope's Peak and Jabberwock Island. But remember what Rantaro said?
He was a survivor of the last one, so he's a survivor from Jabberwock Island. But who is he?
But Rantaro's name wasn't listed among the past participants of the game.
Who is he hiding as?
He was not present at the two killing games that Junko orchestrated.
Then, which killing game did Rantaro participate in?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's clearly inconsistent, isn't it? And the inconsistencies don't stop there. Kokichi's account is also suspect.
Kokichi's account is inconsistent too?
Oh, an inconsistency? Do tell.
We remember Kokichi as a remnant of despair. But I don't think that's true. He wasn't a remnant of despair.
He wasn't a remnant of despair?
That's impossible.
Because
He was
the
definitely
remnants
a
of
remnant
despair were from the Jabberwock Island. That was all of them.
The remnants of despair were the ones who tried to stop the Gopher Project. And Kokichi was their leader. If he was the one leading the remnants of despair, then he must have been second only to the ultimate despair herself.
There's no way he can be because of his motive video. Because his motive video says he's basically just a prankster and a liar.
Yes,
He ain't no
he loved me more than anyone.
remnant of despair.
Like an obsessed fan hiding in the bushes. So where's your proof he wasn't a remnant of despair?
This is it!
Got it. Called it.
The motive video we found in Kokichi's dorm room.
These goons were like friends and family, the most important people in his life.
An organization centered around petty crimes, one that forbids murder. And in addition to that, the group was only 10 people. That's far too few to be the same group that tried to sabotage the Gopher Project. Meaning that whatever group Kokichi was a part of is not the remnants of despair. His motive video clearly contradicts our memories. The memory we have of Kokichi being a remnant has to be false.
You mean he wasn't a remnant of despair?
Come to think of it, we never actually heard it directly from him.
But it's still not possible.
Kokichi didn't tell us because he wasn't exposed to that flashback light. And neither was Kaito.
Huh? Remnants of despair? Question mark?
Kaito didn't appear to know anything about the remnants of despair, or Junko Enoshima.
If they'd been exposed to it, maybe we'd know the truth.
Maybe it's better that they weren't. I think the people who were affected by that flashback light were wrong.
What do you mean?
All of these weird inconsistencies are from memories
You
we
can
got from
fabricate the memories from the
lights.
flashback lights from the room.
So the flashback lights are the cause?
You found the classroom that makes all the flashback lights, right, Shuichi?
Yes, and I noticed something strange about it. I actually did a little experimenting with a device hidden in the room. It allowed you to select the memory that a flashback light would recover. However, some of the memories were inconsistent with each other. One might say there are survivors, but another would say there are no survivors.
Yeah, you can basically make up whatever story you want.
Bizarre, right? The flashback lights allegedly help us recover our memories. We're supposed to remember the truth that we forgot, and there should only be one truth. But then, having the option to recover contradictory memories doesn't make sense.
Then what are you saying?
Huh?
The flashback light isn't for recovering lost memories? Is that what you're saying?
Then what was it for?
What was it for, huh? Huh?
Oh god.
Go on, tell them. What are the flashback lights for?
Impact? Oh, implant. Fine. T.
I see now. Yes, that's it. The flashback light isn't supposed to help us remember anything.
It's supposed to implant false memories.
It's a tool for implanting false memories.
Like I said.
Planting memories?
Yes, the memories you could select for the flashback lights weren't our real memories. They were memories to be implanted inside us. That's why the contents of those memories contradict each other. Once we're exposed to a flashback light, those memories become the truth to us.
So the memories we recovered with the flashback lights were...
Not real. They were all false memories. They were all lies.
Lies?
What a horrible truth! If the memories from the flashback lights are lies, then everything was a lie! All the suspense and foreshadowing was for nothing! Can you believe it? It's like everything that happened didn't matter at all.
Well, that is what it means.
Huh?
Lies are just like snowballs. The more you roll them, the bigger they get. The bigger they are, the more fun and shocking it is when they're revealed.
That's why everything up till now has been lies. That's the
The memories from the flashback lights were just lies?
It's just as Shuichi said. Flashback lights are not for recovering lost memories. They're tools for implanting new ones. The light they emit is actually information that has been converted to light waves. That light is beamed directly into the brain, causing a deja vu sort of phenomenon. The brain gets confused and thinks the info it just received happened in the past.
We were just confused?
For example,
Yeah, Danganronpa
memories
has great
of being
music.
students of Hope's Peak Academy?
Hey! You guys don't have anything to do with Hope's Peak Academy.
None of us were ever students there. It was just a fake memory.
We're not students from Hope's Peak?
Yep, that was all fake.
Looking back, it was a mistake to have you remember Hope's Peak.
I didn't originally plan on giving you those memories, but I was in a rush and overlooked all those inconsistencies, so you...
It's hopelessly the worst!
So that's why Kokichi had to die?
Good job, Mr. Detective. You...
The only reason we thought Kokichi was a remnant was because of the flashback lights. But he did say that he was the leader of a cult organization. That was a lie he invented himself. He wanted to be the mastermind. He wanted us to believe it. That's why he lied. He usurped the mastermind's role, but in doing so, became a thorn in their side. So to get rid of that hindrance, the mastermind played along with the lie. The mastermind manipulated us into thinking Kokichi was a remnant of despair.
At the same time, having everyone remember Hope's Peak Academy made you guys target him because you thought he was a remnant of despair.
You were using the flashback lights to control us?
Then the reason I tried to kill Kokichi was...
You were being controlled by false memories, like putty in the mastermind's hands. But Maki wasn't the only one being controlled. You all were! Remember when Kokichi revealed the truth of the outside world? You all got so depressed. You couldn't even focus on the killing game.
Wait, then, to make us recover from that, you...
Yep, we gave you memories of being Hope's Peak Academy students, the symbol of hope.
So you all could face despair. You controlled us with that big memory?
Well, it wasn't just that memory. It was all of them up till now. New mysteries and truths turn to motivation. Motivation drives a story. Everything from the flashback lights was just motivation to move you forward. But I guess it was fake motivation.
You idiots kept getting jerked around by meaningless lies.
This class trial was like that too, wasn't it? Why was it you were so motivated to do it? Because you got a memory from one of the flashback lights, right?
Was that also a memory you used to control us?
Hey, what was it you guys remembered from it again? At first, you ran away from the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope. But then, you bravely chose to accept your fate. You took on all the wishes of your friends and family. And now, you remember how you got here. You remembered that you had all been entrusted with the world's hope, right? Remembering the weight of that hope should have made you feel stronger. I have to escape! I'll never give up! I won't be defeated by the Mastermind!
Even though Kaito and Kokichi were gone, and Kibo started to go berserk, you guys didn't give up hope. You decided to face this killing game, right?
You were controlling our emotions? Even our resolve to defeat the Mastermind?
This is a killing game. A death game where emotions run like blood.
If the participants aren't trying their best to live, it's just not very exciting.
Oh, the memories were fake? Then... that memory, and that memory... and that memory, 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 and that... If they were all fake memories, then... where are we? Why are we in this killing game?
Explain it to us, Junko Enoshima.
Yeah, who knows? My plans for mankind's last killing game kinda just fell apart. So figure out why on your own. This is a class trial after all.
Then, who are you? I don't know who you are.
Huh? What's not to understand?
I
became me. What about that don't you get?
If this killing game is connected to Hope's Peak Academy, then I believe you. This is certainly the work of someone carrying on Junko Enoshima's will. But we have nothing to do with Hope's Peak, so you can't be Junko. So who the hell are you?
Oh, really?